Oh, wait, astrology isn't real, one says. Let's talk about it logically then. Recently, a famous influencer said astrology isn't real, and many more things, because it cannot be explained using science and physics, the rule book we humans have created or accumulated over the years we have been in existence. And honestly, it was an interesting take. But here is what I think we often forget. We humans have only figured out a tiny fraction of information about our planet, let alone the entire universe. So, declaring something false just because it doesn't fit our current mathematical explanations might be a little premature. Let's talk about it. The science argument? The main argument was simple. If it cannot be explained by science, it's not real. But think about this. There are so many intangible things in life that cannot be mathematically measured in a lab, like feelings, anxiety, trauma, faith, pain, or a heartbreak. But yet, we experience them, we feel their impact. But can we fully explain them using physics equations? Not really. About the misinterpretation in astrology, now, here is where I want to clarify something important. It's true that astrologers often give different interpretations, and many people say, see, that proves it's fake or there are no rules. Allow me to explain. Imagine two astrologers looking at the same birth chart. One spends hours analyzing every planetary position, every house, every aspects, degrees, combination, every minute details, every retrograde and Vargottama, etc. And the other one spends a few minutes, apply 2-3 popular rules, gives a surface level reading. Now, both are technically following astrological rules here, but one is applying the system holistically and another is applying it selectively. The result? Two different interpretations. And that's not illogical, that's just depth versus surface level reading. And astrology has become infamous because of the second category of readers, of course. Anything genuine in this world is rare today, not just genuine astrologers, but that does not mean that they don't exist. So, how astrology is meant to be used then? Now, here is the bigger point. Astrology is not meant to be used as what will happen next month, when will I get married, when will I become rich. Don't get me wrong here. Timing is part of astrology, but that's not the most powerful use. The most effective way to use astrology is like a telescope for self-understanding instead of obsessing over when will something happen. Instead, the better use is maybe asking, why does this pattern keep repeating in my life? Why do I react this way? Why do I attract certain situations? Why do I have such kind of relationship with people? How can I navigate this better? When you use astrology for why and how instead of when, it becomes a self-development tool and a powerful one. And same goes for numerology. People reduce it to, oh, just change your name spelling. But that's just one tiny aspect of it. There are natal grids, just like birth charts in astrology. They indicate patterns about assets, litigation, strained relationships, emotional tendencies, even depressive patterns. And like anything in life, it might not be 100% accurate in specific situations, but that does not make the 99% false. And that's where the reader's nuance comes in. To conclude, blind belief is dangerous, but blind dismissal can be equally limiting. Just because something cannot yet be explained using our current scientific framework doesn't mean it will never be understood. Human knowledge is still evolving, and maybe we have only uncovered 1% of what there is to know. If you found this perspective interesting, comment your thoughts below. Do you think astrology is completely false, or completely true, or something in between? Let's have a logical conversation, not an emotional one. And if you enjoy balanced discussions like this, subscribe for more. See you in the next video.